Welcome to How to Make Money, the pathway to wealth. Well, one thing that we know at the moment is that the economy is in trouble. We have high inflation, food prices are up, and there are lots of food shortages around the globe. Electricity prices are up, your gas prices are up, petrol prices are up. The general cost of living is just rising. And banks, central banks and governments have, they like to let you know that they've got a lot of options available to them to help control inflation. The reality is there are only a few tools that they can use. And one of those is to take money out of circulation. And they do that by increasing mortgage and lending rates, and also by removing lending facilities. Now, when I say removing lending facilities, already since February last year, we have seen banks cancel overdraft facilities. We've seen them cut back, reduce the amount on credit cards or on overdraft facilities if they're still keeping them. We've also seen them look at loan to values and start thinking about repossessing properties if people are going outside their loan to value on property. So all the way through, they are looking at how do we get this money out of circulation? And there's always side effects. No matter what they do, there's going to be side effects. We actually saw the pension crisis at the end of 2022. And now, as I'm recording this in 2023, we have the banking crisis and the banks that are, some that have gone and others that they're trying to bail out. It's not a very happy time at the moment. The sad reality, though, is that there is a huge number of people who have more bills than money. And that's actually where I come in, because I teach people how to take control of their finances. And that's by creating assets. Now, there are only 4 categories in which you can create assets. That's business, property, digital investments, and commodities, which also covers cash. It doesn't matter if people tell you, oh, I've got the next best thing. The reality is that any investment opportunity that you look at, actually put it through a filter, it comes down into one of 4 categories: business, property, digital, and commodities. So what we do is we actually create assets in those 4 areas. And by creating those assets, we also create multiple income streams. Now, there are 8 different types of income streams. There's earned income, profit income, dividend income, residual or passive income, interest income, rental income, capital gains income, and royalty income. Now, when you look at, you need to create the assets that will bring in the income streams. But the thing is, once those assets are created, they keep bringing the income in. The wealthiest people in the world, when you look at them, they have these 8 income streams. They set out, they build their businesses, they invest money from their businesses, and they create these multiple income streams. So this is my area of expertise, I should say. So who am I? My name is Karen Newton, and I have a background in the financial industry. I started my career at the age of 17 in inland revenue, specializing in people who were self-employed. And then I went into banking, and I have a wide variety of banking. I worked in different areas of banking because I started with a young bank and I was able to grow with that bank. I am now an entrepreneur. I have been an entrepreneur for the majority of my life. And because I had this background of knowledge and I was able to really look at the markets and see what I could do, I borrowed 300 on a credit card and I turned that into 10 million in 4 years. I am a wealth coach. So that means I teach people how to create assets, but I specialize in the multiple income streams and joint ventures. I'm a 3 times #1 international best-selling author. I have books that have gone to #1 in 6 countries. And I'm actually semi-retired. I say semi-retired because I retired back in 2003 and I was bored stiff. So I started writing books and building my coaching business. And so I split my time now between teaching people as a wealth coach and enjoying my retirement in a little fishing village in Spain. Zero to Millionaire, Building the Foundation. Now, this is actually my signature course. And this course teaches people a proven pathway to building wealth. Now, when I say a proven pathway, it's like having your plan. You know what you want to do. This is your plan for getting there, building the level of wealth that you want. And it actually starts with build business. And what we do is we build cash-rich online business. This course starts with people who have little or no money and takes them through. If you already have a substantial amount of money, then you are better looking at my private coaching course. But you can start this with very little money. And what we do is we start you off building a cash-rich online business. If you have an existing business, we look at ways to create add-ons, which are cash-rich add-ons to your business. All we're thinking about here is how do we create more income? And by creating that income, it gives us a bit more that we can put in the pot for us to live on, but it also gives us income that we can use to go into digital investing. Now, when I say digital investing, I mean investing in shares and or investing in cryptocurrency. Anything you can do in the real world, the share world, you can actually do in the virtual world of cryptocurrency. So these two sort of go hand in hand. And what we do is we start off with low investments that are generating a regular income for us. All the time we're looking at how do we build income? How are we going to build income while we're building some assets? And then the next step is to move into building a property portfolio. And we do things slightly different with building the property portfolio because we're aware that clients have very little money. We have strategies that can get you into property with very little cash. And the next step then is to protect what you are creating, protect those assets, protect everything that's coming in by building commodities, precious metals. Precious metals, especially gold, are seen as a safe haven. So when the economy is in difficulty and investments are going down, gold is generally going up, and it acts as a protection, a safe haven, a way to ensure that what you're doing doesn't totally disappear. You've always got something that's going up while something is going down. Now, once you're creating all these assets, you are also creating those multiple income streams. And going back to the beginning, there's 8 of them. And we make sure in the Zero to Millionaire course that you build that foundation of 8 income streams. They might only be small amounts that you are generating, but the more you work on those, the bigger the income stream becomes. So we help you build those assets, create those assets, acquire assets, and then build the income streams around them. So this is testimonial. Michael is one of my clients who had a property portfolio. During the 2008 credit crunch and the subsequent recession, he got caught out with this clause in the mortgage around loan to value. And as property prices came down, his loan to value went higher. He couldn't bring the loan to value back within the terms and conditions, and his properties, so quite a few of his properties, were repossessed. So when Michael became a client, what we did was we built the 4 income categories for him. He is now rebuilding his property portfolio, but he has business, he has shares, he has commodities. And Michael said, been investing for years with no balance and overexposed in certain areas, now starting to finally get it. And then we have Steve, who is mandatory training systems, and Steve works with rest homes and care homes, making sure that their staff are trained around all the compliances required. Now, Steve came to me. Steve had lots of different issues that he wanted to work around, and he said, amazing, I've learned things I'll never forget that helped me through the pandemic, sell my house with lease options and get rid of 25K debt. Grateful as always. So part of what we do with Zero to Millionaire is we realize that some of our clients don't have the confidence to go out and do the things that they need to do to build up their 4 investment assets and bring those multiple income streams in. So one of the things that we did was to build joint ventures. With this lovely couple, is a picture of my husband and I at the front. We have Anna and Owen at the back. And with Anna and Owen, we put together investment groups that invest in the US share market. Anna and Owen have been investing, Owen for around 27 years, I think. Anna has been in this for about 10 years. And they act as coaches, guides for our joint venture groups who invest in the US share market. This has been such a huge success for us that in the short time that I've been running this, I now have close to 200 clients who are in my joint venture groups for the US share market. Then this is a group of clients. We came together, we put together a property investment group called JRock, pooled so much money each month, which allowed us to start investing in property. And then through JRock, any of the clients who come through the Zero to Millionaire, we support them now in setting up their own joint venture companies so that they too can invest in property. Stephanie, a lovely lady, she is an MBE, so that means that she received a member of the British Empire from Queen Elizabeth II. She is a Paralympian. Stephanie has multiple sclerosis, and she is a swimmer. She won double gold in Rio, I think it was, but she has multiple medals from Olympics, from European Championships. From the time she started doing competitive swimming, she has over 700 medals. Now, Stephanie dedicated her life to sport, to becoming an elite sports person. And I set up a joint venture with Stephanie, which is helping elite sports people transition to becoming entrepreneurs and investors. And then this gentleman, Pat Slattery. Pat is one of my coaches, my mentors, has been for quite a few years. And Pat and I have a couple of projects that we're working on, which are coming to the market shortly, basically around property investing, where we will be opening up a lot more joint venture opportunities to clients. So, testimonial here from Tony Thomas. Tony is a certified and independent financial advisor. He has been Financial Times top 10 IFA for 4 consecutive years. And Tony actually joined the program because he wanted to see what I did. And as a result of being part of the Zero to Millionaire, Tony said, Karen is a great coach on how to build wealth. Karen shows you a number of different strategies, starting with very little money, on how to build income and capital in a friendly, supportive way. I have no hesitation in recommending Karen if you want to learn how to build wealth. Now, one of the biggest lessons I learned around investing when I first started to invest is that 80% of it is mindset, 20% is the actual doing, the investing. And the biggest thing is that you have to decide you want to become wealthy. You then have to decide the level of wealth that you want. Once you have that decision and you know what you want to do, then Zero to Millionaire is my plan for starting you on the journey to building that wealth. It is your ready-made plan to start getting the wealth and the income that you want. So, courses.karennewtoninternational.com is where you will find the Zero to Millionaire course. Plus, you will find lots of other courses there which are built around building assets. That's whether you want to start businesses, whether you want to go into property investing, whether you want to do share investing, you will find a variety of courses there to suit all sorts of different levels. And if you want to do private coaching with me, you can book a call on karennewton.co.uk/call, and with our customized coaching, we help you get that plan together at the next level. You do need to have some cash to be able to do this, and we will accelerate your access to property, shares, building those businesses and generating that income and the level of wealth that you decide you want.